Hi, my name is Alicia Rogers, and my persuasive speech will be about why young adults shouldn't get married right after high school. I know as for me, growing up, my mother always told me to pursue whatever goals that I wanted to achieve in life. Do not rush into marriage. It always will be there, and just take your time. And also, godparents and other elderly role models around me also stressed that point to me growing up. I know as for my mom, she did a bit of college right after school, and she went on ahead and got married and had us. And I know as for her, I remember her telling me that, she always had what if questions. Not that she was unease with her marriage. It was just more of the fact that she just wondered what type of person she could have become if she would have went on and finished college, did some traveling, even lived in her own apartment. That's one thing that she never experienced. As in a younger age, as a younger adult, she never experienced that. And I also even hear now, my mom is no longer with my father, but just other older women around me, they're still married, but they always say, they always hit the what ifs, like, I wonder, how far I could have got along with life, or, just achieving certain goals, whether that been any business goals that they want to accomplish. And that's one thing that's one of the things I have followed along when my mother had told me to pursue my dreams. I did have my child at 19 years old. I have one child, I have a daughter, 9-year-old daughter. But that's one thing that I also stressed to her. And I'm not married, never been married. So that's one thing that I find as I get older that is so important for me to accomplish my goals. And one thing my mother used to tell me is like, at 18, you're not going to think the same way that you think at 21 or even 25, because as people, we evolve, we change, we go through things, whether that's life experience and just maturity of its own. And you're not going to think the same way at 18 like you would think at 21, because life changes. You change, and that's what you're supposed to. You're supposed to mature. So that's one thing that she stressed, and she was so forever true about that, because I don't think the same way at 18. I don't even think the same way at 27. And I'll be 30 in 5 months, so I don't think the same way. My aspiration, my goals are, it's a tad bit different, my determination, my motivation is a little different just for a couple of years ago, so I know exactly what she means about that. And her whole point was at 18, you don't know yourself, so how can you turn around, love, or offer something or something to someone else when you truly don't know who you are as a person? And more likely, when you don't know who you are as a person, you neglect things and end up finding out later on in life how you are as a person and an overall person, and you don't find that out till years on. So she's always told me to wait for marriage. It always will be there. Live your life, travel, and just by grace that I turn around and just